former seat of Attorney General Jeff Sessions, who's going to be loyal to Trump. And Luther Strange is occupying the seat right now, and he's hoping to finish at least second, so he can advance in this special election. And so it's Strange loyalty. And it's also a debate evidently has been introduced into it today with Mo Brooks going after President Trump on his treatment of Attorney General Jeff Sessions. And so that's it for now today. This thing is raging back and forth. The new press secretary Sanders is basically saying that President Trump just wants Jeff Sessions to do his job. Another article, Jeff Sessions headed into the White House but did not meet with President Donald Trump, and they haven't spoken for days. And you really, once again, President Donald Trump 3 days in a row now he's been tweeting about, he's really issuing direction and orders to his Attorney General and Department of Justice, but nothing seems to be happening on investigating the whole email thing and a possible even obstruction of justice when former President Bill Clinton, her husband, met with the Obama Attorney General on the tarmac, and the Obama Attorney General of the Justice Department met with former FBI Director James Comey, attempting to influence him some kind of way to basically do something about the H. Clinton email situation during the 2016 campaign. And that's not a whole lot different than the president sitting down with the former FBI Director Comey and asking him over and over if he was the target of an investigation, and can he just basically, can the Justice Department release some sort of something to the effect that so this thing won't be a cloud over the White House. And the recusal of Attorney General Jeff Sessions was done evidently without consulting with President Donald Trump. So yes, he needs a new Attorney General. And once again, we remind you of the relationship that former President John F. Kennedy had with his Attorney General. It was his brother, Robert F. Kennedy. It's true. And how they conducted business and consulted one another, and the value he placed on that relationship. And so if the president's not speaking, if he's speaking to Attorney General Jeff Sessions by Twitter, the end is near. The end is certainly near. But really, and we brought this out in earlier broadcasts, Jeff Sessions is impotent. He's basically disabled in this running this department, and that the special counsel Robert Mueller has assembled this incredible team that's going to be dealing with cybersecurity and whatnot, in coordination with Homeland Security, the NSA, the CIA, and the job of the special counsel Robert Mueller is to report back to the Senate committees of the House and whatnot, and we fully expect him to exonerate President Donald Trump of collusion with Russia in the campaign, but also justify former director James Comey and his interventions in the 2016 presidential campaign, even several days before the election day, in regard to the H. Clinton emails and whatnot, and possible perjury, obstruction of justice. There's a lot of issues there. The current president is touching on something to the effect that there was influence coming from a faction in Ukraine that's against the president of Russia, V. Putin, that attempted to influence the election on behalf of H. Clinton. We pointed out also that both Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton have a global charity, and also that was underscored or built up during her time as Secretary of State, which seemed to be one of the motivations for having a private server and for emails and whatnot. And really this thing is going to circle back on the Obama Justice Department. We mentioned before that the Justice Department has been failing for a long time, and really we pointed out before when Robert Mueller was the former FBI director for many years, and just before and just after 9/11, with the Patriot Act and whatnot, his job then was to protect the FBI, bring it into the cybersecurity world, and basically withhold any intel from the 9/11 Commission that would implicate the President George W. Bush and his brother Jeb Bush in Florida, Governor of Florida, in the movement of the pilots throughout Florida. That was omitted, that was withheld by the FBI under Mueller, withheld from the 9/11 commissioners, and that's what Robert Mueller is called in here to do. He's not called in here to generate any kind of thing that would lead to the impeachment of our president. There are not the votes there by the anti-Trump Republicans that started out as Never Clinton, became Never Trump, and became Never Clinton again, making a great deal before the Republican convention last year to give candidate Donald Trump the nomination, and he made a great deal with them. And at that time they said the election's rigged. They had ways of flipping votes through. For instance, the die vote machines, voting machines. Intel entered Roger Stone on that. He revealed that, and that they had control over the election bureaus and whatnot in Wisconsin and Florida, and they did a lot of dirty tricks there, and the origin of the leaks, the hackers, the dirty tricks, the dirty dossier paid for by a Jeb Bush PAC committee, and the Bush Spy Network, the Bush family, very capable, gaining the portals. When George W. Bush was president, his brother was governor of Florida, gaining the portals through Homeland Security and whatnot to find a way to hack into the election bureaus and also flip votes and do all kinds of dirty tricks, switching mailing addresses and whatnot for voter databases. And at any rate, they knew also, revealed when the CIA, there was a leak on their encryption tools and their methods of being able to leave the fingerprint for their hacking and whatnot with a third party that may be associated with Russia or Russia Intel, Russia itself, and they're not going to leave the fingerprint on where it came from. And Intel entered BBC Jeb Bush Red Team hackers. The senators Lindsey Graham, Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz, Governor Scott Walker, Speaker of the House Paul Ryan, all had knowledge. Mike Pence, full knowledge. Vice President Mike Pence, full knowledge. That should come out if Michael Flynn, his testimony is ever made public, that Vice President Mike Pence had full knowledge of Flynn's involvement with Russia. And we fully expect that Attorney General Jeff Sessions may be recalled to Congress because under oath he was just a know-nothing, I know nothing, I know nothing. The president needs a new Attorney General that's on top of this cybersecurity, on top of this intel, these leaks coming out of the intelligence community, and that's why, and he's not consulting with the Attorney General, and that's why he needs a new Attorney General. And at any rate, He will not be impeached. We fully expect that Robert Mueller will exonerate President Trump of collusion with Russia and also justify former FBI Director James Comey, protect the FBI and the quasi-Justice Department that Robert Mueller, special counsel, has assembled is over the FBI. It's bigger than the Justice Department, the Attorney General, and it's in essence has made the FBI irrelevant because all these things are done out of Homeland Security, the NSA, the CIA. This is Derek Chamblee, broadcasting from Chamblee, Atlanta, winding up on 8 o'clock now, and the sun's about to set. And this is Wednesday, July 26, 2017. Thank you very much.